Hi, welcome. You join me at Digital DNA. It's in George's Market in Belfast. Today I'm joined by John Curran, long-term associate of Orion Learning. John, it's great to have you with us. We've just recorded a session called Learning Has Changed, so we've been up on the stage. So maybe the first question to you, John, how has learning changed?
Oh, that's a good question, Gavin. You always start with hard questions, don't you? Um, I don't think learning has changed. I mean, I think people have learned like they've always learned. But what's changed is the environment. So the environment in which they're learning, the things they need to learn, the speed at which they need to learn, the different ways in which they learn are changing. So I think, as a learning professional, as particularly the digital learning professional, we need to embrace that change and work where the energy is. We need to go with the learners. We need to go with our customers.
So with that in mind, what makes a good learning experience?
Well, another tough question. Um, for me, it's all about the learner. So generally, when we work on projects, people dump a whole load of content on us. But actually, I say, well, forget the content. What about the learners? What are the audience? What do they need? What do they want? What do they already know? What works for them? We're not a big fan of learning styles, but learners want variety. They want some things they can watch, some things they can do. We do talk a little bit about being an active learner or a passive learner or a theatrical learner. So I think it's important to really mix and match the sort of things that learners do. So different learners will almost want to create like a pick and mix learning experience for themselves. So for me, it's about putting learners at the heart of the learning experience. As a designer, that's quite hard because obviously people are different. People have different needs, and they have different likes and dislikes. But it's creating an experience which is has a variety of things in. It's something for everybody in an effective learning experience, I think.
So we've been looking together, John, at ByteKast LXP, an exciting new platform just being launched this week. How have you found ByteKast and how it fits with what you were just saying?
It's a really super learner-centric platform. And what I also really like about it is it's got a brilliant user interface. And that extends not just to the learning experience, but also to the content authoring experience. So one of the things I'm always looking for, as well as the learner experience, is how good and how easy it is for clients and ourselves to create learning content. So for me, Bikecast ticks both those boxes. And it's very, very rare that you see a platform that ticks both those boxes. It even ticks the analytics box, which is something I'm not particularly. As a learning designer, I think if the learning is good, people do the learning, and then for me, that job done. But most of our clients want some evidence that that's happening. So also Bytecast gets the analytics pretty spot on as well.
See, all that you just said, John, sort of makes sense, and I think you're right to say, it's not unusual to have a learning company saying we've got an exciting new learning platform. So obviously, this is not something we built ourselves, so there's a little bit more credibility about that. But what makes Bikecast different from things you've seen in the past?
Oh, it's interesting. I wish I had built it myself. I mean, a number of years ago, I was involved with various projects trying to build something similar. I think for the first time the technology is there. So there's now a whole range of raft of technologies, APIs, cloud computing. All of those have come together. I think where now it is possible to build a platform like this, and that really works for learners and for creators. I think they use probably an Apple model. So I know they worked very hard to get it accepted as an app on the Apple.
So is that personal branded mobile app? So it's a real app experience.
Absolutely, and you don't normally get that with a learning management system or even most LXPs. So they've really worked hard, I think, to satisfy Apple's demand for a really, really great user experience, and then they've grafted that onto a learning platform. So for me, we use PCs as well as Apple computers, and I use iOS and I also use Android. But for me, I think it's so Apple-like. I think that's part of one of its strengths is it was built with Apple in mind, and I think I think it's hard to go wrong when you do that.
I tend to talk to clients about content and platform being two sides of the coin. Do you have any view on which is more important, the content you put on a platform or the platform that helps deliver it?
I think for me it's synergistic. So the content. I always felt so disheartened when we create great content at Orion and it goes onto some rubbish LMS mentioning no names. I think that's so disappointing because learners have all these barriers to get to the content. In fact, I used to say when I used to deliver workshops for the ELN, the last place you want to put your learning is on the LMS. With Bikecast, I don't feel that. I think it's a great platform. It enables you to get to what you want to get easily and quickly, and it gives you a really good, great user experience. Now, obviously, to match that, the content has to be good as well. So for me, it's no good having a great platform and poor content. So I think it ups your game all round. A great platform with great content. I think ultimately that's what the whole learning experience is about. Clearly, at the back end, some good analytics will help as well. But if you can do great content on a great platform, then I think that you've hit the sweet spot.
Well, it's been great to chat to you in the flesh for once, John, working online, and it's been great to feel the buzz here at Digital DNA, showing that the new normal, certainly of tech events, is one step closer. Thanks.